Hello and welcome. This video is about showing you where you can find all the tier horses from tier 1 to tier 3 that you can capture around the world, and where their locations are, as well as what to expect. I will give you detailed maps and show you where you want to go if you're looking for a horse that's easy to catch, or you're shooting for the highest tier that we have currently, which is tier 3. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you what I have, and just 1 second, we'll bring it up. Okay, so we're going to start off by showing you an overall map of the game, and as you can obviously see, if you're looking for tier 1 and 2 horses, you can find them in these locations on the map. And if you're after the newest tier, the tier 3, you will find them obviously in North and South Meedea. West Valencia doesn't have any. Obviously the Great Desert doesn't have any, since you can't bring your horse in there anyway. It'd be kind of silly. And it's desert. And to my surprise, Southeast Calion doesn't have any. So, I mean, that's fine. But there's plenty to be had, especially when they have events where everyone is scrambling for a horse. You can come back to this video and refer to this map on where you want to go. So I'm going to break into the details of each city and where to go, and the tier horses that you can find. So let me go ahead and bring that up for you. Here we go. We're going to start with Balboas and work our way all the way around. So what you are looking at is the 4 locations in Balboas that you can capture a horse from. I've labeled them A through D or A through E, and it shows you the tier and the percentage chance of catching the horse. If you're new to horse catching, you want to have the rope as well as sugar, and I bought about 100 of each, and it's really served me well. So the rope goes a long way, but the sugar, because you're feeding the horse like 3 or 4 sugar cubes to get your percentage up, the chance that you would capture the horse, 100 is good, but you be the judge. It's not too expensive. One disclaimer I want to make is that I have gone around to these spots multiple times, and if it seems like you can get a tier 1 or tier 2, then I'll list it. Otherwise, there is a possibility in the higher levels that you can get all 3. So I didn't spend a ton of time on it, but I'll show you as we move forward. So this is Balboas, and these are the locations and the tiers of the horses that you can get. So let's move on to the next city. Okay, here is Surindia, and these are the 6 locations that you can go to in Surindia to capture a horse. Same format, and now you will notice in Surindia that there is a multiple chance. Like North Heidel Quarry has tier 1 or tier 2 horses that you can capture, as well as other locations that you see that also have tier 1 or tier 2. But here is the map and the locations for where you can go. And the reason that this video is being created is when those events come out that everyone on the whole server is scrambling for horses, this will be a good guide for you to say, alright, that location is taken, where else can I go? So you can refer to this video. So let me go ahead and let's move on to the next location, and I'll bring that up. And it looks like Neutral Border Zone only has 2 locations, and as you can see as we move through, that the tier of horses is getting a little bit stronger from tier 1, tier 3, moving all the way up to tier 3. But there's plenty around the world map, as you saw, to get tier 1 and tier 2 horses. So here is the locations for Neutral Border Zone, And let's move on to the next main area. Here we see Southwest Calion and the 5 locations that you can find a horse to capture and all of their percentage chances. So once again, we can see that there are tier 1 and tier 2 to be had. And when I was going around, it looked like some of them were really stuck in their ways. This is where you get a tier 2 horse, or this is where you get a tier 1 horse if you were to attempt to capture. And one of the things that I did to save on sugar is the minute that you lasso the horse and it does its it tries to resist, and you are being told by the game to move in closer, you can see the percentages of the horse right away. And if you do this for a little bit, you could be like, oh, okay, that is a tier 1, or oh, that's a tier 2, and I don't want a tier 1, I wanted the tier 2. And you can save yourself on sugar from guessing, oh, I captured it, oh, it's a tier 1, I really want a tier 2. So this map and these percentages will help you. However, note that as we get into the spots where it says tier 1 or tier 2, the chance, I put the lowest chance. So for the top left corner map, where it says for location B, tier 1 or tier 2, that chance is for a tier 2 horse, not for tier 1. So I'm always showing the lowest chance when there's multiple tiers. So hope that wasn't confusing. And let's go ahead and move on to the next map. Here we go. And as you can see, for North Calion, there's only 2 locations, and the percentages and tiers that they show. But for having 2 locations, they give a lot of good options. That's 7, did I count that right? 4, and so yeah, you give 7 locations for you to try. And even when I was out there and trying to wrangle in horses, of course I ran into other people, but oddly enough, if you stick to the pattern of going to A, then B, then C, then D, and rinse and repeat, they'll be there. I don't know why or how that worked out, but oddly enough, if you know where to go, in what order, chances are you'll be at the horse faster than everyone else. So, word to the wise. Let's go ahead and move on to North Meedea. So here we go. Now we're into the North Meedea, and as you can see, there are 5 locations for you to choose from. And you can also see that they aren't messing around with tier 1 so much. So when you go there, it's more tier 2 and tier 3. There are some tier 1 or tier 2, and a few tier 3, but as you move across the map, which you only have South Meedea left, you'll see a lot of spots for tier 3 as well as here. So once again, that disclaimer is you'll see some that are 1, 2, and 3. It's possible that all of them are 1, 2, and 3. It's just to go and check it out for yourself. Or if you just want to go to a sure thing, okay, he caught a tier 3 horse here, this is where I'm going, so you can go there too. Alright, let's go ahead and move to South Meedea, and then we'll go ahead and close up this video for you. Here we go. And as you can see, in South Meedea, there is a lot of 1, 2, and 3. I know I just said previous that they were moving away from tier 1 and focusing more on tier 2 and tier 3. That's not the case here. So I guess what you're looking for is a chance when you rope the horse and you see the percentage chance appear at the bottom. You're looking for 40 out of 70. That is always a tier 3 horse, and should be difficult. This is the highest tier horse that Balboas is allowing us to capture, so it's not going to be super easy, but it is definitely doable. I've caught multiple tier 3 horses, and so it's not incredibly difficult. Just practice and persistence, and you'll get a good grouping at tier 3s. So with that, let's go ahead and throw up the world map one more time so you can see it and close out the video. And that's all there is to it. As you can see from the world map one more time, here's all the locations for tier 1 and tier 2, and North Meedea and South Meedea is where you want to go when you want a tier 3 horse, and you know not to bother with West Valencia or Southeast Calion. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like what I do, please like and subscribe. I'm always making new videos, and to that, say thank you very much. You have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.